Welcome to the third season of the Nidd's Whitelist server.
That does sound tricky. Digi Samurai is explaining how he, on the one side, can handle watching two streams and a movie while playing Space Engineers. And on the other hand, how he has to, because he has to pay attention to 3 or more things to just focus on one thing.
Okay. Yeah, I know people like that. Kind of need to distract from the outside world in order to pay attention to something, so you need a distractor in order to pay attention. It's like putting music on to block out the outside world. Interior plate and bulletproof glass, we've got that somewhere. In one of these, I think. But not that one.
Dragul says that he loves the airplane sketch the most.
Which one's the airplane sketch?
I don't remember.
Bulletproof glass. What was the other thing I needed?
Interior plates. Digi Samurai, forgive me if that question is,
That's spooky. The lights come on and it's got no power.
I know. Dad, how do I put that? It's not inappropriate, it's just a bit of an odd question. But does that also mean you've got 3 monitors? Or 4 even?
How is that a dodgy or inappropriate comment? Ask the question.
It's not inappropriate, it's just odd.
Why?
Since he focuses on, the other things to play Space Engineers, does he put all of them in the background, or does he have to have them on different monitors? Eight! Wow.
Oh, is this the guy who is a server engineer?
Touche. 8? Where do you put 8 screens? Do you have room for any more screens?
You need a wall. Do you know, I can't even pay attention to the corners of my screen while I've got 8 screen with 1 screen.
Oh, and 5 computers.
Nice.
That is cool. And Scavanus is asking, is anyone a member of the Royal Society of Putting Things on Top of Other Things? Well, are you?
No, I did apply for that, but they unfortunately rejected me due to my inability to put things on top of other things.
It's called stacking.
Stacking. Well, why isn't it called the Ministry of Stacking then?
Well, you have a ministry for silly walks.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and that's all about walking silly.
You're starting to make me feel jealous. Just
Don't
slightly.
worry. Mia feels jealous at all kinds of times and reasons.
I saw Squirrel recently.
You felt jealous of that?
Yeah, I felt jealous. Why don't you have any hazelnuts in?
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want hazelnuts? I put you in charge of getting the shopping in. You could have got yourself hazelnuts. Oh, I have. I've got chocolate hazelnut spread. I got one of that kilo jar of Nutella we got.
A, hold on. A,
what?
That's a German thing. B, it's called Nutella. See, I know that. It's mostly chocolate. Sure, it has a bit of hazelnut in there, but it's not the same thing.
I thought it was an American product. Is it German?
No. Oh, God, no. Nutella is a German thing.
Did Stream know that? Chat, did you know that Nutella was a German thing? Look, Digi Samurai came up with exactly the same idea, Nutella. That's about great minds thinking alike and all that.
Yeah, a kilo. She was going overboard. And did you tell me right? Just confirmed it is German. See, there you go.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Construction components to that one.
But yeah, that stuff is lovely. The only problem is Sal tasked me with making sandwiches for the stream.
Yeah.
Silly thing. And we now got no bread anymore.
Did you put...
Of course, you asked for a lot of them, and you want to go for 26 hours by now.
I can eat Nutella with a spoon. I'm fine.
I am unfortunately not that strong yet.
Look at that, just one drill. And
Vladislava Podminkin, I hope that's how it's pronounced, thought that it was common knowledge that it was a German thing. And Digi Samurai wonders when the last time was he saved.
Oh.
I hope it was shortly before everything
Hello, Vladislava.
exploded. Not so shortly beforehand that it does explode again as soon as you log on.
I think Vladdy was there. Were you there for the stream last night with the sim? What?
Oh god, that's just... Digi Samurai mentions that he had a girlfriend that ate Nutella along with bologna and cream cheese.
Oh, cream cheese works.
I mean, come on, bologna... I understand bologna and cream cheese.
Hang on, I've got
works,
to see.
but
Where's this in chat?
Digi Samurai over here.
Go right there.
Third one from the bottom.
As in spaghetti.
Fourth one.
Bologna, right? That's like a sausage thing, isn't it? I was trying to remember what bologna was.
Then again, I admit, I had a weird phase in which I was...
had a weird phase? As in you're over your weird phase?
You can have several weird phases after one another. I'm out of the weird food phase. One of the weird food phases I had.
Okay.
Stop being like that. You sometimes act like you're eating pregnant too.
What? Oh yeah, no, that's true. I understand what you're saying. At work, people have asked me whether I am expecting, on the grounds of my weird food cravings. Like, I went through a phase where every lunchtime for about 2 weeks, the only thing I was eating was Subway sandwiches with tuna and pickled chili. Oh my word! And it was the girl in the Subway who, knowing my strange taste in things, said, "You should try this. You'll like it." And I tried it, and I did. And everyone thought I was very strange. But I get into things. So if I try something and I like it, then it might be the only thing I eat for the next 3 weeks. I bet there was things in there.
So to finish my story...
Sorry. Oh, are you still going?
Yeah, my weird food phase.
Yeah.
One of them at least. I had different ones. Revolved around eating pepperoni along with strawberry jam and cheese.
Oh,
then
does
again,
that
that was when I was around 15. I'm still, unfortunately, not young enough to count as a terrible mistake of childish thinking and just a stupid idea as a teenager. And Sal,
Why can't I get...
you cruel monster.
What?
You killed Dracul.
Sorry, Dracul.
You killed Dracul's phone's battery with your stream. It died.
Oh, of course I can't get into these things. It's because there's no power in the reactor.
Yeah.
I like that little pop noise you're making. I've never heard you do that before.
It reminds me of gruesome times in which there was a weird gummy bear singing a weird song that everybody loved. We made that exact same sound, and back then I made it my mission as a young child to copy that sound And ever since then I can do very well, but it's just awful. Curry goat with oxtail.
Oh, I've tried curry goat. It's a little bit rich for me.
But eating raw Nutella isn't.
Touche. It's rich, like it's a very dark flavour.
Oh yeah, Dracul can't hear our condolences because his
phone's gone dead. Yeah. What did I need? Construction components, small steel tubes, steel plate, motors. Right, and that should make these conveyor tubes. Right, next thing is the cockpit. Now the cockpit wants to be right here. Right there.
Oh, why do you need to go to such extremes? Digi Samurai says that there are things worse than raw Nutella, which I never denied, like, for instance, eating raw fish liver.
But why would you?
Yes. Why? Reminds me of another stupid story my mother once told me. It revolved around a guy, two men. One of them was a fisherman, and the other one was a normal guy.
Because fishermen are not normal guys.
Which of course they're not. They live out on the sea. They like to eat fish.
I quite like fish.
You horrible monster.
Oh, what happened then?
You just ran out of uranium.
Oh, fine.
What was I?
Fish.
Dracul is trying to top that. He mentions Rocky Mountain oysters.
Did I have an oxygen tank there?
I don't know. Yes, you did.
Yes, I did. I was trying to remember, what I had there.
So, Average Joe and the fisherman were sitting together, and apparently the fisherman... I don't know what led to that, but apparently the fisherman somehow convinced Average Joe to buy just the fish heads, because eating those will make him more intelligent. And he's been doing that for I don't know how long, probably a few days, and he kept on coming back, buying fish heads, and he was disappointed that he didn't really feel smarter, and at some point he just said that he's messing with him, and then he's not actually getting smarter, and he's just trying to rip him off by just selling him the fish heads. And then the fisherman told Average Joe that it does work, since he kind of found out about fish heads not actually making somebody smarter.
Very good.
Not really.
Might as well turn it right now.
Scoverness. There's a thin line between a fisherman and a fool with a stick.
I like it. Now.
See, the problem is I kind of want to see those Monty Python sketches now, and I can't for at least the next 24 hours.
This is true.
You horrible monster.
Mm-hmm.
Frisbee.
I am a horrible monster frisbee. Do I need an oxygen tank? Did I swap it for an oxygen generator?
No, you didn't. But the oxygen generator's up in that corner there. But you don't really need the oxygen tank there. Having an oxygen generator right behind you would suffice. As long as it's stocked with ice.
It's just that I need something something on the back of my cockpit. And I don't think that works, does it?
What?
If I put a cockpit... let me just get the cockpit. It's in there.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Will that cockpit be fed with oxygen by the oxygen tank?
Yes, why shouldn't it?
Because if you look at the back of a cockpit, the hatch isn't identical to the square hatch on the back of...
Oh, yeah, right. How did that work? What did she have in between? The beacon. You have the beacon behind the cockpit.
But the cockpit was...
still fed with oxygen because you had the oxygen tank underneath there.
Oh. It was sat on top of the oxygen tank. That's how it was. Yeah, well done,
Not directly. Conveyor tube was feeding in there, but still. Was that conveyor line down there?
Yeah, that was in there.
Existing? Where did the oxygen tank sit? Or at least connect in?
Ah, now I have put these two in. Maybe those two weren't there and this connected to the side of an oxygen tank?
No, that's just silly.
Did I actually have a cargo container there that went into the side?
Dracul has a point. Oxygen is actually bad for you.
It's what kills you.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what I'm going to do. Because I don't have to be true to the original design. However, talking about oxygen, I will restock these bottles and maybe my energy while I'm here. Oops.
Just another 23.5 hours to go. It's like I'm sitting in prison, waiting for my sentence to end.
Right. Yeah, but the game's running really nice.
For you, I'm still stuck here sitting.
Well, I'm going to make you take over when I'm ready to eat.
I'm going to fly you down to the planet.
Well, I'm gonna finish building the ship, get it to the point where it's functional. We'll take it drilling. We'll go and get some uranium, and then
I still got another 12 hours to sit off.
And then we need to get the uranium down to the planet.
So
I'll make that your job.
Alga's landed.
You might find that the SpaceButt will be too heavy for that. And what are we going to call the SpaceButt? It's got to be, because I don't want to just call it SpaceButt 2.
Stream, what do we call the new SpaceButt?